Hi, I'm Jason Broniak for CTN. On July 22nd, the Vet Fest will bring a large military presence on the campus of Washtenaw Community College. However, this presence is going to be fun for the entire family. With me is Carol Osborne, the Military and Veteran Coordinator for Washtenaw Community College, and Scott Nichols, the Post Commander of the Ann Arbor American Legion Post 46. Welcome to the show, both of you guys.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
So tell me a little bit more about your positions. I mean, Scott, you have a long title. So it's like Post Commander of the Post. So can you tell me a little bit more your position and what made you interested? And then Carol, after he's done, just tell me a little bit about your role at the community college.
Yes, I've been involved with the American Legion for a little over a decade now, actively. My father was a member of the American Legion as well. He was a World War II veteran. That was my first exposure, going along with him to his meetings back when I was a small boy back in the 70s. It was a way for us to reconnect, actually, when he got older. When I retired from my first career, and my father was then in assisted living, we both joined the same post together, Post 412 in Bath, Michigan. And we started going to meetings together. It would be our night out. We'd go to dinner and then go to a post meeting. And there's not too many World War II vets around back then. So the guys all got a kick out of him coming to their meetings at that time. The American Legion Post 46 here in Ann Arbor, we're celebrating our 100th anniversary this August. So it's an old post. It's a historic post. And we do a lot of good things in the community here.
And Carol, and what's your position with the community college?
So I'm the Military and Veterans Coordinator here at Washtenaw Community College. I got an early start in education. My whole career has been in education. Started in elementary though, started elementary school teacher, and then led into administrative work and then on into the upper ed. So here at Washtenaw, I get to work with veteran students as well as the veteran staff members and just bring a good knowledge and working knowledge of the veteran population that we serve.
Well, thank you both of you for your service, and both, you don't have to be in the military to service and help out the veterans. And thank you again. Let's go on to the Vet Fest itself. How did the event get started, and how did this idea came to be? Carol, we'll start with you if you know.
Okay, yeah, VetFest is an event that happens all over the country. There's every state you can look up and you'll see events happening where resource providers come out and try to bring information and resources to veterans in a fun and active way that they could do with their families. So with Washtenaw County being a huge county with a high population of veterans, we thought what a better way than to bring that all together and host the very first Washtenaw County Vet Fest, which happened last year, and we saw about 400 people in attendance for our very first one. Got a lot of great feedback. The campus seemed like just a natural place to host something like this for the county, being a community college. So we partnered with other veteran organizations in the county, heavily with the Post 46 American Legion, and together decided to just bring another Vet Fest to the campus this summer.
And Scott, what is your role of maybe getting this event started, and what was some of the things you expect from the American Legion?
Yeah, so when we came last year, this is just a great event that Carol put on, and the whole community here at WCC. So we really leaned into it. When it came around next time, we said, please let us help. What can we do at the post here? So, one of our signature pieces of historical legislation that we did, the American Legion, we wrote the first GI Bill. So it's a natural marriage, so to speak, between us leaning into a college like this, WCC, and the reputation that they have for serving veterans here. So we're just really happy to be part of this.
Well, that's amazing. For this particular Vet Fest, either Scott or Carol, can you answer this? Do you have to be a veteran to participate? Because I would like to help out, obviously, but I haven't served. Could you talk about maybe a non-veteran person? Can they come to the Vet Fest?
So Scott, do you want to take that or you want me to?
Yeah, sure. So this is a really good example that we have what we call veteran service officers. So in order to file a claim, a benefit claim through the VA, you have to do it with accredited veteran service officers. And we're going to have many here. WCC has lined up both county, state, and federal VSOs to be here. What we find often in the veteran community is that we have children taking care of elderly parents. They didn't serve themselves, the children didn't, and they have no idea that there's amount of resources out there and benefits through healthcare, caregiving for the elderly that are available to them. They just don't know how to connect to that. So yeah, please come out. If you have are taking care of someone, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a parent, and you're wondering if there's help out there for you, please come out because we can connect you to those benefits.
That's amazing. And maybe on the educational side, Carol, what are some of the resources that at WCC that some of the veterans might be available on hand for the Vet Fest?
Well, we're going to have the Entrepreneurship Center here that will be able to help some of our local veterans. They may not even be students here, but it's a campus center that the community can use. We'll also have some career information, but as far as the Wadham Center here at WCC, we provide a lot of services for our students and for potential students that may be coming after being at VetFest. We had a student last year who she was a veteran, came to Washtenaw County, had been here 9 days, saw that there was a Vet Fest and didn't even have transportation and just walked over. And now that veteran is now attending school full time using her GI Bill benefits and is now part of the post 46, and she's gotten connected and coming here alone from another state and now being connected. That's one of the things that we really are hoping as a community that we can do is just put people together.
Well, that's amazing. There seems like both on the educational side and the Legion side of resources available. Scott, I have a question for you. How does one become part of the Legion? Because when I hear of a Legion, maybe I think of more of a social group than an outreach group. Could you touch upon how to qualify to become a part of the Legion?
Yeah, so you can join any one of the 380 American Legion posts in the state of Michigan. There's several other different veteran service organizations, we call them in the state as well. AMVETS, VFW, Disabled Veterans of America, Marine Corps League. We're just one of the five. So we're here in Ann Arbor. We'd love to have you as a member. Basically, you just have to be an honorably discharged veteran of the United States service. Any branch, it doesn't matter. And what we do at American Legion Post 46, we pay your first year's membership. So we think that once you see what we do, the amount of activity that we do in the community, push the dollars back out in the community, we're a 100% volunteer organization, that you'll probably stay around with us.
I mean, that sounds good too. If you have it free for a year like that, that's amazing. Let's talk about the event at hand. I mean, we said it was resources, but it is a family fun event. What are some of the things we expect? I saw military vehicles on hand. I saw a dunk tank available on hand. Who maybe we want to spill the beans on who's the lucky or unlucky person to volunteer for that? Could you touch on some of the more the family aspect? Maybe Carol, you want to touch a little bit on it first, and then Scott, if you want to add on to it, go right ahead.
Sure. Jason, you did mention volunteers if we needed them. We could, if you'd like to volunteer for the dunk tank, we might consider that. We do have students that we're going to put in there. We have actually one of our police officers is a former Marine, and so he's going in the dunk tank that day as well. But we are working heavily with the Post 46, like Scott had said. The partnership there was just very natural with him bringing in coffee and saying hello to our students. And from there, we've just built this great reputation or great relationship. But another huge supporter of VetFest is the Michigan Army National Guard. So they're coming out, they're bringing a huge bounce house. They're bringing, we're actually going to have a Chinook land right here on campus, first time ever happening. It's going to land in our community park. So I had the pleasure of walking the pilot around the campus earlier last week to kind of see if the trees were strong enough to hold the wind. Actually, what do you call it? The rotor wash, I guess, is the official term. So we're going to have that. We're going to have a 1942 truck out. We're going to have some Jeeps, some military Jeeps, ammo truck. So there's going to be quite a few things out that the kids can climb on. They can touch. They can see what these vehicles feel like, because we know experiencing them from just looking at them is one thing, but climbing into the back of a Chinook or even in the pilot seat could be a lot of fun for them. So we have that. We're gonna have games for the adults. Everyone loves a good cornhole and washers and just a fun day, so that everybody can kind of just enjoy while they learn.
Oh wow. So as far as the dunk tank part goes, can I have a life vest maybe? Because I'm not the best swimmer when it comes to that. So I might need a little help if I get dunked on that. But as far as one of the things that we wanted to mention upon is the raffles. Could you talk a little bit about that and what are some of the prizes? Carol, if you want to touch on that, or Scott, whoever has best knowledge of that.
No, go ahead, Carol.
Okay. What we found last year is we did all the raffles at one time, and it happened towards the end. And so it kind of, we ended up with not a huge variety of people to get the different prizes. So this year we've changed that, and we're going to do a raffle every hour. And so what we've put into it is we're going to have a raffle item for an adult and then 2 items for kids, so that the kids get. Last year we had some kids winning drills and some things they were excited to win, but the prize wasn't so much for them. So this year we have Sam's Club has donated a very nice what's it called, a pizza playhouse. So it's an outdoor structure that has the ability to make a little stone fire pizza. We have Ann Arbor Arms has donated a few range time certificates. We have restaurant certificates. We have we have drill sets and lots of stuff that if you want to do a home project, shop vacs. So just a kind of a variety of things for the whole family. So not just focused on, the men.
Just the resources at hand for the veterans. Scott, is there anything what you guys are providing at the Legion? Can you give us a little tidbits that what you might have on display for the July 22nd event?
Yeah, so the most important thing is we're going to feed people. So I'm going to be running the food tent there, and it's a free meal. So please come out, get a hot dog, hamburger, chips, and a pop or a water. We'll be serving every single person that comes by. So that's a really nice thing. And Jason, we do these things like raffles and we do dunk tanks and we feed people because we understand that veterans are coming with their families. And that's what we want to do. We understand that they're looking for these benefits, but they also have their families in tow. And many times these veterans had their service very early in their life, maybe before they had children, before they were married, before they had grandchildren. And so their families are really ignorant about what they did. They may see an old picture of grandpa or their aunt and understand that they were in the service, but that's about it. And so these are really family-centered events, meant to be enjoyed by everyone. But the main driver really is to get the veterans connected to their benefits.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And how does one sign up to be part of the Vet Fest? Where would one go if they're interested, or to tell their family member that might be in the area where to go to sign up for it?
Well, we have registration is needed just so we know, because like Scott said, we're going to be feeding everyone. So we kind of got to know who's coming so we know how much food to have. So we're asking people to go either on our website at the wccnet.edu/veterans. You can find it there. The registration is being run through what's called Eventbrite, but I know not everybody's familiar with that, but it's just a nice way for us to tab how many people are coming. We're on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram. If you Google WCC and then just on our webpage, just type in VetFest, it'll pop up right there. There's flyers all around with QR codes on it. So if you don't see a flyer in your community, maybe ask us, we'll get you one, because we really want to make sure we're reaching everybody. But registration is quite easy. There's no fee. We just need to know who's coming and how many. So
Perfect. And Scott, is there a website or anything informational wise where they want to find out more about the Ann Arbor Legion?
Yeah, absolutely. They can just Google Post 46 Ann Arbor American Legion. They'll pop right up. We have a nice website. We're also on social media, Facebook. You can search. Our name is named after a gentleman who had passed away, had served during World War I. His name was Erwin Prieskorn. He was a local young man here, served, and died in France. And that's who our post is named after, our namesake. But you can just also search Ann Arbor American Legion Post, and they'll come up.
Well, thank you so much. Is there for that information, is there anything else you'd like to add? Carol, you go first, and then Scott.
I would like to add that the PACT Act is a very big act that was just passed, and we are going to have what's called VSOs and people from the VA out to give information, do some pre-screening. We're partnering with the Ann Arbor VA. They're going to have people out, and there's also going to be the opportunity to print off and to have your DD-214s, which is in the veteran world a very important piece of information that is needed. So just the ability to be able to get some of this information that you may need to even file claims, and then to be able to file claims or get the next steps in that while you're here, that's going to be a huge benefit of the Vet Fest. So we're hoping that, if you want to have fun, come to VetFest. If you want to find out more about your benefits, come to VetFest. If you need to file a claim or you need to talk to someone, come to VetFest. And if you're hungry, come to VetFest.
Yes.
We're going to have ice cream too. So hopefully it'll be a nice, sunny, warm day.
With some dunking maybe involved, that does not involve me. That's I'm volunteering not to be part of that part.
Okay.
But you have me on hot dogs, pizza, ice cream. I mean, that's the winning sell factor for anybody to come out and have some fun.
Yes.
Finally, Scott, may you do the final sales pitch for us. Why should everyone come out to the Vet Fest?
Yeah, so you can't watch TV right now, any channel, without some type of ad coming on for mesothelioma or maybe Camp Lejeune Water Act or something. There is some entity on there encouraging you to call them so they can file a claim on your behalf. Now, these are all for-profit organizations. They will all take a percentage of whatever benefit that you are awarded eventually by the VA. What we tell people is be very cautious, be very cautious. Our VSOs at the county, at the veteran service organizations, at the state and the federal level charge you nothing. They will file the claim on your behalf. They will take none of your benefit that you earn. So we caution people, like I said, you can't watch a TV show right now without some type of ad coming up. And we know that because they know there's money there. There's money to be made. And again, these are private organizations. These are not nonprofit organizations like what we have coming out. So please come out. Please talk to an accredited VSO, a veteran service officer, from any one of the organizations that will be at VetFest, and they'll get you on your way.
Well, thank you so much. As a personal note, my brother's a veteran, my dad's a veteran, my grandfather's a veteran. I have multiple family members who are Navy veterans. So the work you guys do it's very appreciated on my end, because without their help, I wouldn't be here interviewing you guys to get the word out for other veterans. So again, thank you so much for your time and your effort. And then hopefully we have a great turnout. Again, it's on July 22nd at the Washtenaw Community College. Thank you again. And is there one more thing you'd like to add, Carol, before you go?
There is one more thing I forgot. A very important raffle item is Washtenaw Community College has donated 5 courses, tuition and fees for 5 courses. So we know that education changes lives, and reaching these benefits and being able to use them would be great. So maybe you'll be a winner of some free college tuition.
And absolutely, my brother had his education partially paid for through his service through the GI Bill. It just goes, much appreciated on my end. And again, thank you for your time, and hopefully this will be a huge event and it continues to grow throughout the years.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out the CTN's website at a2gov.org/CTN for more great programs and our services. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media sites at CTN at Ann Arbor. Thank you for watching.